Tonight, Broken Hill records another case of COVID-19 and a Port Pirie aged care home put under notice.
From our 7 Spencer Golf Studios, your nightly news with Ruby Kamain begins now.
Good evening. It's been 1 week since traces of COVID were found in Broken Hill sewage and the situation continues to deteriorate. There are now 15 known cases in the Far West, with another infection recorded in Broken Hill overnight.
The Far West still a far way from being COVID-free. Overnight, and to be included in tomorrow's numbers, 1 new case in Broken Hill, another 4 in Wilcannia.
They're all linked to funeral in Wilcannia at this stage. And as I said, we're expecting more close contact and certainly more positive cases to come forward.
Today's development's concerning given the funeral was almost a week ago and Broken Hill's case was only tested yesterday. Contact tracers looking into their movements.
As you'll appreciate, we only became aware recently and I'm following them up at the moment.
If there is any good news right now, it's testing numbers. More than 700 people swabbed in Broken Hill yesterday alone. That's twice the weekly average.
I think our nurses worked extremely hard and our pathology department, they worked around the clock yesterday.
It has been a challenging and at times frightening week for the Far West, but our community has risen to the challenge. We will keep you up to date with any major developments across the weekend on our Facebook page. Keep an eye on the New South Wales Government website for any new exposure sites, and we will continue our coverage here Monday night at 7 p.m. Until then, stay safe.
Major crime detectives have now received 36 calls from the public as investigations continue into the suspected murder of a Christie Downs man. Detectives believe 29-year-old Robert Atkins was held against his will and assaulted, then murdered on November 16 last year and disposed of in the Port Pirie area. Police are continuing to narrow the search to find his body and are appealing to the public for more information about these 2 vehicles and their occupants. Anyone with information is also urged to contact Crime Stoppers. A Port Pirie aged care facility is under scrutiny after a commission report revealed it failed to meet multiple standards. But local politicians say family and residents shouldn't worry.
An aged care facility on notice.
It's concerning, of course.
St Joseph's House, providing care services to its residents for more than 55 years. However, last month, it was handed a non-compliance order following an unannounced site audit by the Aged Care Quality and Safety Commission in April. The report finding the service non-compliant for 6 out of 8 aged care quality standards, finding a resident had 5 falls in a 4-month period. Only 1 of those was recorded, and 2 residents experienced rapid weight loss, one losing 7.1 kilograms in 3 months. The feedback reporting system also an issue, with only 1 complaint registered over a 4-month period, despite complaints reportedly made through other means. While families of residents were upset by the restrictive visitation hours of 1 to 3 p.m. on Sundays, meaning some residents went without visitation. A failure to maintain a clean outdoor setting, preventing residents from sitting outside, also highlighted. However, St Joseph's House was found compliant for services and support for daily living, the Commission finding there are enough staff, and staff are kind, caring and treat consumers with respect.
I don't think people with family in care there should panic.
The Commission also saying it is continuing to closely monitor the quality and safety of care services provided to residents, and if the Commission has additional concerns, it may take further action. In a statement, a St Joseph's House spokesperson says during the assessment, some minor issues in one wing of the facility were identified, and the team has been working with the Commission to address these. St Joseph's House says it has provided a formal response, including a timeline for completion by August 31, which was endorsed by the Commission. Also saying this means the facility is not sanctioned and has a 2-year accreditation dated from June 29.
I have full confidence in our facilities and the staff there do a fantastic job.
Katrina Musson, 7 Spencer Golf News.
Following numerous calls from the Port Augusta community, the state government is funding marine infrastructure. The Energy and Mining Minister announcing new plans, in addition to the ongoing $200 million Joy Ballou Bridge duplication.
Port Augusta community set to benefit from a significant $22 million state government package for new marine projects.
$11 million to remove the old Western Bridge, $10 million towards an upgrade of the wharf on the eastern side of the Gulf, and $1 million for a brand new swimming jetty or pontoon.
The minister saying the upgrades give fishermen, tourists and locals more connection to the water and the activities that they can enjoy here in the city.
The wharf, an incredibly important piece of infrastructure which has been repaired and really can't just be repaired any longer, needs a significant upgrade to it.
Right in the centre of what will be a revitalised seafront, the new swimming pontoon will be built here at the east side foreshore at the site of the old jetty. The council-owned Great Western Bridge, deemed unusable for years, long falling apart. But the minister says, as sad as it will be to see the 90-year-old bridge go, the new 3-metre wide footpath on the Joy Beluth Bridge will replace any need for it.
A fantastic announcement. As everybody knows, Port Augusta, the council and the community have had issues with our marine infrastructure for some time. It's great for Port Augusta and it'll open up our Gulf and make us pristine as a port, as I always say we are. And these people behind me all played a part.
Edward McCarroll, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Southern Launch, in conjunction with the state government, is hosting information sessions in Port Lincoln next week. On Tuesday, one will be held from 2 until 4 p.m. and another from 6 until 8 p.m. at the Lincoln Hotel. It's an opportunity for the community to ask any questions they have surrounding the organisation's environmental impact statement. An Athelston man has had his car impounded in Port Pirie after being caught allegedly drink driving. Just after 2 this morning, the 24-year-old allegedly returned a positive reading of 0.130. He was issued an instant loss of licence and will face court at a later date. Meanwhile, a man was also caught in Port Augusta, allegedly recording 5 times over the legal limit. At about 5 this morning, police stopped a 29-year-old man riding a motorbike without a helmet, who allegedly returned a reading of 0.249. He will also soon face court. Still to come tonight, COVID vaccines now required at the Mundi Bash, and the Whyalla show to go ahead, expecting large crowds. Welcome back. The Broken Hill Mundi Bash has become one of the first events to ban attendees who haven't been fully vaccinated. The news met with mixed reactions, but organisers say the decision was made in the best interest of the community.
No jab, no jive. That's the message for the 10,000 festival goers attending the bash in April.
We know that we're going to cop a bit of flack for this. There'll be some people who are staunchly against vaccinations.
The rule applies to anyone over the age of 16, including on-site staff. Organisers say it's not about making a statement, but keeping the community safe.
We understand the anxiety and the concern from these small towns and communities about the virus and the spreading of the virus, and we don't want to contribute to any issues around that.
Medical exemptions will be in place and are being worked through. It comes as vaccination efforts in Broken Hill ramp up, with Pfizer available to anyone aged 16 to 59.
We were given the go-ahead before the wider state were given the green light. So we already had a good number in terms of people coming forward.
Plans also underway to open a mass vaccination clinic.
We are actually working on that. We're looking at a larger venue so we can actually accommodate more people.
Meantime, Marima is extending vaccination hours at its Argent Street clinic with walk-ins and appointments until 6:30 during the week and 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. Lachlan Itter, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Despite some significant challenges this year due to the pandemic, the Whyalla show will open its gates to the public tomorrow. The event, one of the few still running, with many others in the state postponing their shows for another year.
Only one more sleep until the big event. After being postponed last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the 50th Whyalla show pressing ahead as planned.
Our Saturday sessions are both nearly full. It won't be too long until we're actually putting a sold out sign up.
To meet with restrictions, showbag stalls and major attractions will be held outside. The Show Society president thanking the hard work of those behind the scenes to make this event happen despite the circumstances.
We're made up of all volunteers, so that's people going on long service and giving up time in their own jobs, and it takes a whole village to put on this show, and we're very, very blessed here in Whyalla.
It will be spread over 3 sessions this weekend, 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. Ticket sales also strong, with people from across the state converging in the Steel City.
We've got a spend map and we've had people booking tickets from nearly every single town in South Australia.
The Society has been in regular contact with SA health authorities to ensure the show will go ahead as planned. Gates for the first session open tomorrow at 10 a.m, and tickets must be purchased online and not at the gate on the day. Mark Zita, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Whyalla residents with a creative flair are invited to apply for an artist retreat held in the Spencer Gulf. The 3-day event in November will provide artists with a creative environment to test ideas, consider new collaborations and explore cross-art form possibilities. Applications from First Nations people or those with culturally diverse backgrounds are highly encouraged. More information is on the Council's website. A Port Lincoln winery and construction business have both been recognised for their work on a new cellar door. It's not the first time the companies have won at the Master Builders Awards for South Australia, held in Adelaide.
A second award in 3 years for 2 Port Lincoln companies.
It's obviously pretty special, and Kim came up with a design, and I fell in love with it because I thought, well, at least we're doing something that's strikingly different.
Kim Clark Constructions winning the award for its Peter Teakle cellar door build at the Master Builders Excellence Awards last week, praising his client's trust and vision.
Teamwork's so important. Good planning, good job. Bad planning, bad job.
Everything had to be millimetre perfect throughout the build.
Well, I'm a perfectionist, and when I wanted this stonework done, and there's 25,000 of them in the village now, I wanted 15 mil between each stone, so therefore they had to be cut by hand.
The unique site drawing plenty of praise from visitors.
And he said, I never expected to come to Port Lincoln and see something like this in Port Lincoln. So I think we've left a mark.
Kim wanting to thank everyone who played their part.
In conjunction with all the rest of my tradies and my workmen, they done a fantastic job.
Dylan Smith, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Stay with us after the break. Cancer Council SA encourages locals to give generously. And rusty cars roar into Port Augusta for charity. Hello again. The Cancer Council is asking Spencer Gulf residents to dig deep for Daffodil Day next week. It comes as the charity announces a research funding agreement to better understand why patients react differently to cancer medicines.
It's a disease that affects so many in the Spencer Gulf. The Cancer Council of South Australia preparing for Daffodil Day next week to raise funds for much-needed research, including research into personalised drug-based treatments for patients.
They are miracle drugs. They have improved survival significantly compared to chemotherapies. However, we're still prescribing them at a one-size-fits-all dose.
Dr. Madeleine Van Dyke is the lead researcher for the project, looking at why each patient reacts differently to a variety of cancer medicines. She's hoping to move away from the rigorised approach.
What we try and do is we try and work out how does each individual respond to the drug and how much of that drug do they end up with in their body.
Dr. Van Dyke's team setting up the nation's first therapeutic drug monitoring program as part of their research, ensuring eligible patients in the Spencer Gulf can have their drug levels monitored by an oncologist at any hospital.
When the Cancer Council funded this program, that really allowed us to expand the program to every single patient that's on these drugs, no matter where they are.
Daffodil Day will be held next Friday. Mark Zita, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
The smell of petrol is in the air in Port Augusta, with the Variety Bash roaring to town for a cause. The colourful group stopping into a checkpoint to make sure no car is left behind on the charitable journey.
Rusty revving and raring to go. Australia's largest and longest running charity motoring event, making a quick pit stop in Port Augusta today.
End of day 6, everyone's safe and sound, which is our most important thing. Great interaction today on the tracks with some station kids and stuff, so it's been really good.
The iconic SA Variety Bash, seeing entrants travel 410 kilometres around South Australia in classic Australian cars.
They're over 25 years, but they're well prepared. The brakes are improved, the suspension's improved, they got radio communications.
Each car has its own unique theme, with the teams inside sporting fun outfits, such as Where's Wally, Batman villains, and the Addams Family.
Pinocchio's a fantastic car. A Farmer Wants a Wife's a beautiful limo. But they're all, the cars are unique, as are the entrants.
With over 350 participants to house and feed, the organisers say the bash injects around $80,000 into each town they visit.
The amount of people that have helped us on our first time, and it's just a brilliant time, really good fun, and everyone wins.
Raising funds throughout the year to assist South Australian children who are sick, disadvantaged or have special needs. Over the past 32 years, the SA Bash alone has raised in excess of $45 million for the charity. Edward McCarroll, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
The Port Lincoln community has once again banded together to help those sleeping rough. The Share on Air initiative, developed by a radio station to raise donations for the West Coast youth and community support.
A call out to help those on the Eyre Peninsula doing it tough. A local radio station and West Coast youth and community support teaming up.
Well, we wanted to give something back to people who need it on the EP. So, of course, we sought the generosity of the people on the EP.
The Share on Air initiative aiming to increase donations of warm clothes, blankets and beanies to the centre. The call out proving a huge success.
Big, heartfelt, warm thank yous to everyone in the community. Absolutely amazed by all the donations that we've been given. So thank you so much.
Magic 89.9 setting out to fill wheelie bins with donated garments at drop-off locations around the city. The generosity of locals, clear to see.
We were trying to get 20 bins. We didn't get 20, we got 28 bins. We smashed it. Unbelievable effort from everyone on the EP.
The donations ready for sorting to create little parcels to be distributed to those vulnerable in the community. The last 18 months, a busy time for the support service.
Team have been working super hard throughout that period. There've been a lot of people move over to Lincoln and those sorts of stuff, so it's been, a really, really busy time.
Dylan Smith, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Stay with us after the break. Our footy experts will share their tips for weekend games. And we'll have the weekend weather forecast with Alex Sykes. Welcome back. The weekend is upon us, and if you're tipping football, let's hear from our experts from across the region.
Just 2 matches to go in Whyalla football, and we've got Friday night football again at Memorial Oval. It's North Whyalla versus South Whyalla. North going along very nicely. I think they're going to have a comfortable win against the South team who's going to try their hardest. Similar game on Saturday between West Whyalla and Rapina at Bennett Oval. West sitting on top of the ladder. They really should be able to win this game quite easily. But clearly the match of the round will be Saturday at Memorial Oval. Central Whyalla versus Roona Bay. Both teams playing finals. I do like the way the Bays are playing, and they should get a narrow win on Saturday.
Hello and welcome to round 14 of SGL football. With just 2 rounds to go and the final 4 still not set, things are getting interesting. Sullies make the trip to Port Augusta for the 2nd consecutive week, this time to take on West at Chinnery Park. West had a narrow 1-point win over Port last week, while Sullies had a draw with South. I'm tipping Sullies in another close one. Here in Pirrie, we got Centrals making the trip for the 3rd time in a row, this time to meet Ports. They'll be looking to get a win on the board to keep their finals hopes alive. I'm tipping Central. Here at Memorial Oval, we got the match of the round with the Lions taking on South. South have been impressive in the second half of the season, while Lions' last 3 weeks have been devastating. This game should be a ripper. I'm tipping South.
Welcome to Port Lincoln Footy Tips, and what an exciting round this one is. We kick things off at Wongaree, where Marble Range are hosting Mallee Park. Mallee Park need to win this if they're going to cement their finals position. However, Marble Range are undefeated and I can't see them losing at home. I'm tipping Marble Range to win this one. In the next game, we got Waybacks hosting Boston's at Centenary Oval. I'm tipping Waybacks to win this one by 8 goals. In the last game, and the most exciting game of footy this weekend, we got Tasman's hosting Lincoln South at Ravendale Oval. Tasmans need to win this if they're any chance to play finals. I'm tipping South to win this one, but in a real nail-biter. Could go either way, but I'm putting my money on South by 2 goals.
Time now to take a look at what's happening in the weather this weekend. Here's Alex Sykes.
Thanks, Ruby, and happy Friday, everyone. Showers across most parts today, with the weekend looking similar, which is a shame for the up-and-coming footy. Conditions are clearing on Monday. From 3 p.m. today, Broken Hill was partly cloudy and 21. Port Pirie had a shower or 2 and was 20. Kadina showers and 19. Port Lincoln and Port Augusta reached 19, 21 in Whyalla, Woodna 20. Cooper Pedy was partly cloudy with a top of 31. Taking a look at the satellite image now, cloud in the south with the frontal system is producing showers in the odd storm, mainly near the coast. Skies are clear further north due to a dry air mass and receding high pressure ridge. Moving on to tomorrow's weather outlook now, and we'll start with the Gulf waters. North to northwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas below 1 metre, and south to southwesterly swells below 1 metre. Possible shower in Port Lincoln tomorrow, 18 degrees. Cleve will also be a top of 18, and Woodna partly cloudy and 20. Whyalla mostly sunny 20. Port Augusta 22, Kadina 17. Port Pirie 19, Clare 15, and Broken Hill will be sunny and 22 degrees. Taking a look at Sunday's weather now, Port Pirie, Port Lincoln and Woodna and Kadina will have showers. Port Augusta partly cloudy 27, Cooper Pedy 30 and sunny in Broken Hill 24. Looking to next week, Port Lincoln and Kadina showers and 14, Port Pirie, Woodna and Broken Hill 15, Whyalla possible showers 16, 17 and partly cloudy in Port Augusta. To Tuesday, Port Pirie, Port Lincoln and Whyalla will reach 15, Woodna, Kadina and Broken Hill will get to a high of 14. That's all in weather from me for tonight, Ruby, and it's back to you.
Thanks for that, Alex. And that's the local news this Friday evening. Thanks for joining us. I'll have updates later. Enjoy your weekend. Good night.